direct your attention to Center Court and welcome tonight's USAA Civil Spotlight, representing the United States Air Force 47th Flight Training Wing. At Laughlin Air Force Base, please welcome Technical Sergeant Veronica Lopez. Technical Sergeant Esmeralda.
We are Black Force. We are Southwest.
The AT&T Center is a welcome sight for your San Antonio Spurs after a win in Denver last night. Part two of a back-to-back tonight as the Spurs host the Atlanta Hawks. Tonight's broadcast on Fox Sports Southwest is presented to you by AT&T Uverse. Hi everyone, Bill Land along with Sean Elliott. Thanks for joining us here this evening. The Spurs last night took care of Denver without Manu Ginobili and Tim Duncan. They're both ready to go tonight. Spurs are 100%. On the other side, Atlanta missing Thiago Splitter out with a hip injury, but they are still loaded.
Well, they're a dangerous team, and they're a mirror image of us. We get a little bit of a break with no Thiago Splitter, and hopefully Timmy's fresh, if that's possible.
As for the Spurs and their performance last night, Kawhi Leonard continues to tear up the NBA with 25, and Tony Parker ran the show very well.
Kawhi Leonard is becoming one of the very best players in this league, one of the top 10, if not top 5 players in this league, because he's getting it done on both ends of the court. Averaging a career high on the offensive end and taking off where he left off as Defensive Player of the Year last year.
And Tony Parker just doing it all.
Well, you know, Bill, he continues to score when the team needs it. And there have been plenty of times this year where we need a little bit of a spark, a little bit of a scoring punch, and he's been there to provide it.
Yeah, he goes 6 of 7 from the floor last night and is shooting outstanding for the season. The Hawks are coming in part two of a back-to-back as well because they won in Memphis last night and blew them away in the second half. They got their own version of the Big Three led by Paul Millsap.
Well, Paul Millsap is a terrific player. You all remember him a few years ago in Utah. He's done very nicely in Atlanta, making the All-Star team in the Eastern Conference. He's physical. He can step outside, shoot the three ball. Al Horford, one of the better bigs in the Eastern Conference, very physical as well underneath. And Jeff Teague loves to push it up and down the court, and in screen and roll situations, he's a handful.
Okay, last year the Spurs won a close one here, blew them out in Atlanta. We know the two teams know each other so well. What kind of game do you expect tonight?
This is always scary when you're playing yourself. Atlanta loves to move the basketball. They're not a very big team, Bill, but they move it extremely well, and they're terrific shooters on the perimeter. If we don't come with our league-leading D, it could be a long night for us.
Yeah, Spurs defense has been clamping down lately as no one has scored more than 84 in the last 4 games, all victories for the Spurs. Recognize that guy? Mike Budenholzer, formerly Pop's longtime assistant. There's 2 times a year we wish ill will on Bud. One of them is tonight. More coming up. Stay with us.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Presenting the colors of the flag tonight is the 232nd Medical Brigade Alpha Company. We request that you please move your hats and place your right hand over your heart as we honor the United States of America with the performance of our national anthem by Technical Sergeant Robert Carter.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallant